So I'm sure you've all seen it by now, but solar is blowing up. There's almost 4 million homes in the US powered by solar today, and that number is growing. And that's really because solar, it kind of just makes sense. And in my experience, the sad truth is that not enough people know about that. So I'm here to fix that problem. When I say solar, I'm referring to technology that uses sunlight to generate electricity. The use of solar panels, panels that we call PV cells, photovoltaic cells. And those cells are able to essentially absorb UV radiation, which is a wavelength of light in sunlight, and convert that directly into electricity. And because those panels use UV light, you are even able to generate electricity on a cloudy day. You ever get a sunburn when it's hot but still cloudy? That's because of UV light. In the last decade, solar panels have increased immensely in efficiency. At this point, they're able to do upwards of 23 to 25% of solar energy that hits them. That might not sound like a lot, but trust me, it is. Scientists 10 years ago would have gawked at that. Because of the increase in efficiency, people are able to take a small smattering of panels right on top of one side of the roof and power their entire homes. It's awesome. In fact, these panels have gotten so efficient, manufacturing process, how much sunlight they're able to absorb, etc., that people are able to go fully solar and pay less than they were paying their utility company on day one. That essentially means you can go solar with no cost. That sounds too good to be true, but trust me, it happens every day. On top of that, those payments, they go directly into an asset that you own. At the end of it, it's yours. It's like having your own generator, but on your roof. And it looks cool, too. And at this point, you might be saying, but Chris, I can only use sunlight during the day. How can I power my house at night? And you're right, but we've thought about that one, too. In most places, your utilities provide what's called net energy metering. Net energy metering is a system where you are accredited by your utility companies for all the excess electricity that you generate. So during the day, these systems are set up to generate much more power than you can actually use during the daytime while the sun is out. That excess power that you generate is then sent back to the electricity company and then essentially transmitted to your neighbors. That most people, the vast majority of people, are able to offset all of their electricity use, and at the end of the year, owe $0 to their electricity company, becoming completely self-sustainable with their energy generation, which, I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty nice to me. Now, the other way, and I think even the cooler way that we've gotten around this pesky nighttime issue, is by use of batteries. You see, alongside the advancements in the actual panel technology, there's also been mass advancements in energy storage technology, which has long time been a problem. These days, we equip many solar systems with their own backup wall-mounted smart batteries. Don't worry, they're super sleek and they come in all kinds of sizes and not these big ugly things you have to deal with. They're really tiny little squares you put on your wall and they look really nice. But basically, these batteries capture all the excess sunlight, all the excess electricity that you produce in a day and store it into a battery that you can use whenever you want, literally. And what's cool about them is they're smart batteries, which means you can get an app on your phone or your computer, and with that app you can see everything. You can see how much power you have, how much you're using, what you're powering, what's using what. You can even control, I want my battery to power my TVs from the hours of 5 to 4 or 4 to 5, and my fridge from there, blah blah blah. You have full control is what I'm saying, and it's really quite fun, if I'm being honest. Yeah, so that's basically solar in a nutshell. I hope you've learned something from it, and at the very least, I hope I've sparked a little interest, so maybe you can go out and learn a little more. And I'm always available to talk if you need me. Go get that sunlight.